And da 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 da. No, you were supposed to be Prelude. What are you doing? Go back. Okay, no Cosmo Canyon music yet. As much as I love Cosmo Canyon music. All right.
Cosmo.
You don't know what Cosmo Canyon is? Dude, we're gonna... It's the song from Cosmo Canyon in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, video game soundtracks. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi! What up, Reaper?
Hello.
What up? Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. I don't know why this is being annoying. Cool. Well, anyways, I do need to post one thing real quick in just chatting here. It should have been a go live notification, I think, actually, for everybody. Cool.
I got it.
You did? Oh my god, it works. We're in business, guys. We're real.
I got it from the Twitch one. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Cool. All right. Well, Shrub! Hi, Shrub! Welcome in. If the music's is the music too loud? Do I need to turn it down? Or are we okay over the music? I'm not going to sleep. Shut up. I mean, hi, welcome in. How are you? Is the music too loud, guys?
Sounds not bad so far.
Okay, I'm gonna move it down a little bit, just in case.
Yeah, when in doubt.
You need sleep, huh? Yeah, always a little bit quieter. Cool, okay. Well, anyways, it's a little loud. Yeah, it was a little loud for me too, but I'm also on the inside end of it, so yeah. Cool. All right. Well, anyways, hello guys. So we're gonna start with our normal introductions. I mean, normal, except I forgot them last time, but they will be normal. All right. So first, we're gonna talk a little bit about what we're doing. So we are the Lost Woods, right? We are doing a podcast today. So we do podcasts every Friday at 8 p.m. EST, and we do a variety of topics. So this will be our third podcast, actually, only our third. Our first one was on mental health and gaming. Our second one was on digital connection and social isolation and just feeling alone in a digital world. And this one is our third one. And this one is going to be around the games that changed us and games that influenced us as we grew up or went through certain parts of life and how they emotionally impacted us. So it's kind of be story time, right? And that's really exciting. So yeah, so we'll start by talking a little bit about who we are. I'll introduce everybody. You guys can all have a chance to introduce yourselves to the chat, and we'll go from there. So I'll start with the Lost Woods as a whole. So we are the Lost Woods. We are a nonprofit community peer-to-peer support group centered around mental health and substance abuse in the gaming community. But it can also be for anybody who's digitally connected or just people looking for a home. We do meetings 3 nights a week, and we do activities in between, and we do a podcast every Friday. We offer a cool, chill place for people to just come and hang out, as well as seek resources and just a good peer network and support network to help if you're having a hard time. We've all been through it. We're, like I said, we're non-clinical, right? So none of us are doctors. We're not here to tell you. Thanks, Philip. We're not here to tell you 100% like on a clinical side. We're literally just here to be people to support you and hear you and be there for you and help you through with our own experiences and share. So that is what we are. And like I said, we do the podcast and stuff. I personally am Link. Hello. I have a lot of connection to a lot of different gaming communities. A guidance system, not a solution system. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks, Shrub. Thank you. I don't know if you can give a shout out really quick for Shrub Reaper. If you have a chance, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to ask. I hate asking mods to do things, but anyway, so I am Link. I've been connected with a lot of different gaming communities. I stream on Twitch, and I am involved in a lot of different things in life. But gaming and the gaming community and their mental health means a lot to me. We've had personal friends that have suffered with it that we've lost and all sorts of stuff. So it's something I'm very passionate about. And that's one of the reasons that I founded the Lost Woods. So that's it for me. Who wants to go next? Do we have any volunteers or should I just pick somebody?
I can go next.
Right.
Hey, how's everyone doing? My name is Fal, or some people just call me Fala. I am a longtime gamer, 27 years, and I'm here because I have always had a Personal life experiences with troubles with mental health, and I've always found an interesting way to cope and utilize different gaming communities and different games to ultimately, help me get through these, maybe issues with life or whatnot. But for me, this Lost Woods has been amazing. It's been an awesome peer-to-peer support. It's a place where, like-minded people can come for resources and, just share your own experiences. So I'm really excited to be here today, and yeah, excited to share a little bit about myself.
Thank you. That was awesome. Yeah, you've been part of the Lost Woods since almost the start, so it's great having you, and you always bring so much value and input to everything. So thank you. All right, who wants to go next?
Okay, I'll go next because I feel like a dummy for how long we've called you Faloo and it's Fula.
I'm so sorry. Is it wrong that I'm still gonna call you Faloo?
No, honestly,
Are
just
you-
keep calling
Okay.
me that.
Okay.
Honestly, at this point, it's
It's
funny.
valid. We're just like, Faloo.
Oh my gosh, I like how you
Well,
just
look-
let that happen for so long. Like,
It's like cutesy. I like it. It's like Faloo.
Faloo.
Honestly, I like
Yeah.
that. Fala is just very like rigid,
I love it. All right, Auntie, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Auntie. I am, I guess, kind of newly the program manager for the Lost Woods.
Mhm.
Gaming is something that kind of been in my life a little bit, but mostly like in the last couple of years is when I really started playing like online and stuff like that. But yeah, I stumbled upon the Lost Woods and I'm super excited that I did.
Thank you. You've brought so much to the Lost Woods just in the short time that you've been with us. And you're going to continue to bring it. You're literally our program manager for a reason, and you're doing great things. So we're glad to have you. All right,
I
Opal.
appreciate it.
Of course. Opal, you ready?
Yeah. I'm Opal. Just been gaming all my life, so lots of experience in that kind of front. Lots of different people. Definitely lots of different groups. Excited to share some of my experiences with y'all.
Awesome. Opal is one of pretty much almost like the OG members of the Lost Woods too, and also a Discord mod for us. So Opal is very involved in the community. Yeah. You will see Opal involved in a lot in the community. If anybody ever chooses to hop in and see what the Lost Woods is about, you'll see Opal all the time. So cool. All right, so we're gonna get started then. Are you guys ready? Okay. So our podcast topic is on games that changed us. So we're going to be talking about emotional gaming memories, soundtracks that influenced us mentally and emotionally, just nostalgia and like digital experiences that stayed with us as we went through different periods of our life, or maybe like a hard time in our life and kind of moved through, right? So we're going to start with Opal. Right? So, Opal, we're going to start with you. What game was the first game that had a major emotional impact on you?
Major emotional impact on me would probably be like, if I'm gonna be real, like if we're talking just emotional impact, I want to talk about Smash Bros. Melee.
Hell yeah, do it.
That game brought together like me and like a lot of people that I normally wouldn't hang out with.
Yeah.
Like, without knowing them, and making some great friends that way. And like I know I can still reach out to them like to this day and just like rip some Smash Bros with the homies, right? And I mean, obviously the Smash community has changed quite a bit, but no, there's definitely still a lot of good people in the Melee scene, and it's been the game's been out for 20 years, you know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of hardships, there's been a lot of good times, so and it's all about the people that you spend it with, right? So
yeah. And like when the first time that you went through and played that game, like what was your feelings? How old were you? How did it kind of like impact?
I was probably like 7 or something, so I was really young, but at the same time, like like I didn't really know my neighbor all that well. He was quite a bit older than me. He was probably like 13 or something at the time. But he would come over and he would like ridicule me for being bad at Smash, and so like I would just make it my goal to get better at Smash all the time.
That's wonderful.
So like super young.
All right. So did is that why the game connected with you? Was it more of like a personal push, or like what made it really like resonate with you?
Yeah, no, like I said, it's the people that you really get introduced to. It's
Yeah.
The community that surrounds it. It's the personal goals you make for yourself. Like, okay, I want to learn how to do this tactic, and like you overcome your own skill level to get, you know, a certain technique down that you never had before, right? Or whatever the case may be, and then you can finally beat the person that was giving you so much trouble because they were just spamming one move over and over, or whatever, right?
Down B, down B, down B, down B.
Yeah, exactly.
Smash Bros. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more like the emotional side of like, wow, I got better all by myself, you know what I mean? Like there was nobody, like it all comes from within.
Yeah. Okay, so would it still hit the same today if you were trying to play Smash? Like, would it still feel the same, or would you need that community still too?
Yeah, like I still try and play Smash every now and then, but I'm just not driven the same way I used to be. Like there's still ways you can play online against other people, and like, you know, there are definitely good servers and things like that, but in terms of like wait times, sometimes it's a little excessive, and yeah, it's hard to be driven to play a game of passion when you don't have anybody that you have fun playing with, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of just like, oh yeah, I could get better, but like I'm only getting better for myself, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have nobody to show off to, you have no rivals, you don't have any like, you don't have any friends, you don't have any enemies. Like it's hard to just be good at a game by yourself, you know?
Totally. Yeah, so did that have any impact on your taste in games overall, or was that just kind of like, you know, it was your game, right? But did it have any impact on you?
I think that's where like the love of like
Torture?
not fighting games. Well, yeah, true. But
I'm a masochist now,
like,
it's fine.
multiplayer games. You know, like I'm obsessed with multiplayer games. Like I can't, like there's so many good games that everyone says I need to play, and it's like, oh well, does it have co-op or does it have like multiplayer? And it's like, I'll just brush it off because I can't play it with the homies, you know?
Totally get it. Cool. So in chat, really quick, before we go to you, Faloo, next, that was awesome, by the way, Opal. Great job. So Reaper says Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but it was the Pizza Hut demo disc that came with your Pizza Hut pizza.
Me too.
That's so good. It impacted me as a preteen because it taught me you could let everything go and live in that now time. That's awesome, dude. Do you guys remember the demo discs? Do you remember the demo discs? I do. Cool. And then Nooner says Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo. Not even for N64, for Super Nintendo. Nice. Nimbus says, welcome in, Nimbus, by the way. Pokemon Red, first game they beat, and totally get it. It was something that they did by themselves. So cool. And then Mater says Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Dude,
Awesome.
Dark Souls?
Dark
Oh my God.
Souls. Dark
Classic.
Souls.
Yeah, the first time you
Dude.
beat Dark Souls, that's a monument, honestly. I totally forgot about that.
No,
I love
I'm
it.
too scared just to hate myself, just banging my head over and over. Like that's why I don't play like
The FromSoft
like Elden
games.
Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are
Yeah.
so hard.
All right, Faloo, are you ready? Same question.
Right.
What was the first game that had an emotional impact on you?
First off, shout out to Diddy Kong Racing. I would always play it at my grandpa's house, and it would always, you know, sort of bring me closer to him. I'd be like, oh, I want to go to my grandpa's house. I always want to play Diddy Kong Racing on his N64.
Yeah.
So shout out Donkey Kong Racing or Diddy Kong Racing. My game for me, it has to be Destiny 2. Destiny 2.
I love it. I love it.
A
Not me
lot of-
changing the soundtrack to our stream to Destiny 2 soundtrack at all.
Yeah. So
Okay.
a lot of what I talk about today is just gonna sound like a Destiny 2 eulogy because the game has stopped live updates, unfortunately. But yeah, Destiny 2. It was the first game that really brought me into a community that felt in a world that made me feel like I was just a small part of. It was my very first like MMO game. And, you know, when it came down to me first experiencing the leveling system, like the gear progression, like this was all new to me.
Yeah.
And then seeing all these different areas,
Yeah.
and it just kind of felt so grand. And I remember falling in love with that idea of being just this tiny little
Piece.
speck in this
Yeah.
world. And it motivated me to want to get stronger, spend more time playing. And yeah, for me, Destiny 2 was the very first game
I love it.
that had like a really big emotional impact.
So if I can ask a follow-up to that, so like what was going on in your life when you started playing Destiny 2? Did that have an impact on how you felt about the game? What was going on in your personal life at the time?
For sure. I mean, I think at the time I was probably, you know, like 14, 15, maybe 16 years old. I was, you know, in high school.
Way to make me feel
Um,
old in that one statement. Appreciate you. Okay, carry on.
So it was yeah, it was a kind of a difficult time in my life. We had just moved recently to a new city, and I was, you know, just doing my first year of high school, and I didn't really know a lot of, you know, other kids. So I remember that's actually how I got introduced to Destiny 2 was there was a kid in my science class who introduced me to Destiny on his phone. I think it was like a weird YouTube video, and he showed me that, and I fell in love, but it kind of came in a weird time in my life where it was very much a transitionary period of me trying to figure out, okay, you know, how do I survive in high school? How do I make new friends? And what am I going to do with my free time? Because this new place is so scary. I don't know anybody. And, you know, at the time I was pretty mad at my parents for moving me away from my old friends.
Yeah.
So
it was a personal adjustment period, right?
yeah, it was. So Destiny 2 really, it was definitely a big escape from everything else that was going on in my personal life.
All right.
And
That's good. That was good. I love that. Do you think Destiny and that experience of that being your first MMO, right? Your first venture into playing games where you're just a piece in the cog, right? Or a cog in the wheel or whatever, right? Like, do you think that really impacted your play style in video games, or was it kind of something you just
I-
adapted with?
I will say that it really it opened me up to being open to multiplayer games, and like not multiplayer games, but I guess just the social aspect of video games.
Yeah.
Because before Destiny, the only games I really played were Call of Duty and the Call of Duty community. I mean, I've met some nice people, but hit or miss. And then, so yeah, it kind of really just opened me up to the social aspect for me, you know, doing raids, getting, you know, being incentivized to go out there and try and meet new people to achieve a greater goal.
Yeah.
It kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone just enough to where I was able to, you know, get really good experience with meeting new people and just learning that not everybody on the internet is an asshole.
Not
So-
everybody. Not everybody's
Not
an asshole.
everybody.
Not everybody.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
So we'll check in with chat really quick. So Reaper said Pokemon for OG Game Boy was awesome, but it mostly taught you that 6 hours and batteries go by in an instant. Ocarina of Time, says Sunny. Hi, Sunny. Yeah. And then Reaper says, good choice of words, eulogy, because Destiny's dead. And then, unfortunately, Nimbus says they were getting into it. They loved their hunter. Were you a golden gun hunter? Were you like a what are they, phase hunter or whatever it was? Or which kind of hunter were you?
Night Stalker.
Yeah, Night Stalker. That was it. That's the purple
Yeah.
one. That was the one I was, that and the golden gun. For the record, the answer to surviving in high school is finding where you fit in and do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Fair. Cool. All right, Auntie, can you answer, or do you want me to skip you for now? It's up to you.
I can answer.
All right, what do you got?
So it was kind of funny. We were just talking about. I was thinking back to like one of the first games I played, and you
Yeah.
guys were like mentioning the discs.
Yeah.
And please, no one judge me, but I played Barbie Riding Club hard.
I can't be mad. I can't be mad.
Oh, it was a great game, but I think
Barbie
probably
Riding
like the
Club.
biggest.
I'm sorry.
I'm tempted to go find it again. Like,
Do it. It'll be
yeah.
worth $100, but you got to do it.
Right. Probably for me though would be like, I'm pretty sure it was Pokemon Silver was the first game that I ever beat fully through, and like just the nostalgia around that. Like I can still, it was like 2:00 in the morning on a school night, and I can still like see myself sitting in that room.
Yeah.
And just that level of satisfaction. No one else is around. No one else knew what I had just accomplished, but I did, and it
Yeah.
was like, it was incredible.
Yeah. I love it. So what was happening, like the same question I asked Falu in a sense, like what was happening in your life that made that so special to you? Or was it just kind of like that was your first experience with that as with a game, right?
So that was like a pretty big transition time in my life. I moved from living with my dad because there was a lot of emotional abuse happening there. And I had moved in with my mom, and it was actually my sister's Game Boy and her game. But the only time I could play it was after she went to bed. So
You had to stay up late and do it
that
in
was my
secret.
little,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
And
it.
it was an adjustment because like I was an only kid living with my dad, and then now living with my sister full time. It was interesting. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see. How long have we been going so far? 22 minutes. Okay. I'll take a sec. I'll share mine if you guys are okay with that. If not, we'll just keep going.
absolutely.
I know Opal heard me give the spiel a little bit earlier as like a demonstration, but like my first game that like really had a major emotional impact on me was 100% Final Fantasy VII. 100%. And the reason is because my parents got divorced when I was young, right? Like super young. And so my dad would, do the cliche, like, I'm going to send you like $100 for Christmas, right? So he sent me $100 for Christmas one year, and which actually arrived on time for once, which was weird, or around Christmas. It was a little bit after Christmas, but you get it, right? So I had this $100, and I went to a store called Dimple Records, which if anybody's in the Sacramento, California area knows what Dimple Records was. It's like a used VHS, right? Because VHS was a thing. Used VHS and CD and record store, and they started having a little tiny video game section because that's when video games were starting to like take off. Dimple for the win! Yo, the Sacramento peeps are coming out. I love it. So yeah, anyways, I went to Dimple Record with my age is showing. Shut up. I went to Dimple Records with my $100, respectfully. And I bought the little white PS1 that was like this big, right? The little tiny itty bitty PS1. So I bought the tiny little itty bitty PS1 when I was like 8 years old. And I went over to the games, and I loved the cover of Final Fantasy VII. I thought it looked so cool with like Cloud standing in front of the Shinra headquarters with his Buster Sword and stuff. And I was like, dude, that looks so cool. So I bought that game. The best PS1 because you could get a TV attachment. Yeah. So anyways, that was my first video game / console I ever bought with my own money at like 8 years old. Was that in Final Fantasy VII. And the experience that I had being, like I was telling Opal, I was like, I was like an overweight nerdy kid. Like I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't really fit in anywhere. I was really dorky and obsessed with Pokemon and Digimon and like, stuff like that. And so when I started playing Final Fantasy VII, I got obsessed. I got lost. I got lost in every single character. I got lost in the world. I got lost in the soundtrack. The first time I went underwater in the submarine and I ran into Emerald Weapon, I cried. because I hadn't saved the game in like 5 hours, and he literally fucking stomped on my team and one-shot every single person. And like, I cried. And it was like, but that experience, right? What up, Dragon Fan? That experience of that emotional attachment that I have to that game, which is why when people are like, oh my god, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm like, I'm sorry, it's good, but it will never mean the same to me as OG Final Fantasy VII. It's Nobuo Uematsu, his soundtrack, phenomenal. And he did a lot of the soundtracks for the OG Final Fantasy games. He has the same kind of style of music in every game. It hits, bro. And so, like, that's for later talk, though. But anyways, that was the first game that, like, really had an emotional impact on me. I got invested in the characters. Red 13 was the best. I'm gonna play Cosmo Canyon just for you. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. It was just a great game. So, all right. Chat. Chat says there's the impact of Financial Times. $100 back then got you a PlayStation and a game. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Anyways, first game that had a major emotional impact on me was Tell Me Why. I don't even know which game that is. I don't know about that game.
Heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Go ahead and tell us more. We're gonna move on to Section 2. You guys ready? Are you guys comfortable in going in the same order? Opal, you good?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Nope.
This section is about games that hurt us. All right,
Oh.
Opal.
Right.
What game made you feel the strongest negative emotions?
Oh, like by far, it's gotta be tied for different reasons. It's tied between like Halo Reach and RuneScape.
Okay. What do you...
Both amazing games, by the way.
Yeah.
Halo Reach because like the story is just so depressing.
Okay,
Like it's
yeah.
literally.
No
like, if you
spoilers,
just-
spoilers.
no.
Yeah,
If
spoilers
you
for
haven't
sure.
played it, fucking play
It's
it.
been
I mean, it's a
Since
10-year-old
how
game.
long?
Yeah,
You're
Go
fair.
play it.
You're fair.
but yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But RuneScape for other reasons because like it's such a huge MMO, but also it's so big that sometimes, and I have the same issue with World of Warcraft sometimes, where it's so big that you feel alone in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you. Well, there's one time in particular where I completely had a breakdown while I was chopping magic trees in the woodcutting guild in old school RuneScape
Okay.
because I was just so tired of like not having friends and just being super lonely, and you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was just hitting, right?
Yeah.
But those are definitely like my two games that just like hit really hard.
Yeah. Well, okay, so what I would say, what scene or experience other than the magic tree? So like what scene in Halo Reach hit the hardest, or was it just the overall arcing story of Halo Reach?
Oh, bro, I mean, fuck the spoilers. Like losing all your comrades and like just watching them all, like after you get to know them all so well,
Yeah.
and then just watching them all fall one by one, and
Yeah.
then the last mission, like I know people can relate to this, like I was definitely one of these people where I kept restarting the mission because I kept dying, not realizing
That was me. That was
that's how,
me.
yeah, like that's how it was
That was
supposed to
me.
go. Yeah, so it's like, and just coming to grips with like that's sometimes it is what
Yeah.
it is, you know. And,
Yeah.
that was definitely like, or like finishing Blood and Wine.
Yes, for The
like-
Witcher. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just done so much in the game,
And then
I
realizing
felt
it's
like I
finally
had-
over.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like there's nothing left for me to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I again had a breakdown where I was just like, okay, what game do I play next now? Like, what could possibly compare to The Witcher 3? You know what I mean? Like,
Nothing ever will.
yeah.
But I get it. I do get it. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, did any game that you played ever mirror something that happened in your real life, or was this all just your connection to the characters and the feelings, right?
this is gonna sound really weird. I discovered a game called I actually can't remember the title. I think it was called Moving Out. No, not Moving Out. It's a very sweet game about like the storyline was about a girl that was like unpacking her
Yeah,
stuff.
Unpacking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unpacking.
and you're
yeah.
just setting up each room and you're like identifying the story through the pieces of each bit of undoing the room, right? And that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
funny because I
Yeah.
stumbled across the game while I was like being kicked out of my parents' house for smoking weed and like
I totally get that.
trying to find my life, and I was selling all my expensive I sold all my guitars and I had to sell my
Yeah.
expensive tools and things like that, and so it was that definitely hit me pretty hard where it was
Yeah.
like and it was such a simple indie game, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
it wasn't anything, but yeah.
I loved it. That was and Unpacking hits. It's kind of like I know there's another indie game. Falu, you might know which one it is, or Falu, or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna butcher your name now. I'm just calling you Falu. But anyways, there's I'm gonna hit on chat in a second too. But there's another indie game that you guys probably know, and it's about the family that's cursed, where the family they all pass away, and it's like it's very story oriented. I can't remember if you know what I'm talking about, but it's an amazing game, and it's really sad and really deep and introspective. But we'll talk about that later. Chat really quick. Dragon Fang on the prior game was saying it's a Steam game where you play as a pair of siblings that have a unique ability to view memories from their past. They're trying to figure out the truth of their troubled past, and there are 3 chapters, and she's beaten all 3. And then Skyrim was the answer to the did a game actually hurt us question, right? And then Nimbus said, Pac-Man! Little me loved watching my older sister play it. I would cheer for her so much. She had her own issues and was really abusive, but those moments made me keep believing she would eventually be nice all the time. Oh, okay, that's deep. I'm so sorry. All right, cool. And then my strong negative emotion game was The Lion King for Sega Genesis. Abso-fucking-lutely. You have no idea. If you don't know about the Lion King game for Sega Genesis, it traumatized an entire generation.
I just want to say shout out Donkey for teaching me about the Lion King for Sega Gen.
All right. Okay, cool. So we're gonna move on to Falu. What game made you feel the strongest negative emotions?
Oh, see, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really tempted to talk more about Destiny 2, but
Yeah.
we'll say I think we'll just honestly probably Neverwinter. It's just kind of this. It's definitely a dated MMORPG that I started playing after I discovered Destiny. I'm like, wow, MMORPGs are sick. Like, what's this one?
What's
right?
this one?
And it was a D&D style MMORPG, and really, it made me feel a lot of negative emotions because it was kind of the first time I was ever exposed to like pay to win models
Tactics,
and games.
yeah.
And I mean, obviously Destiny 2, there's some pay to win aspects.
Yeah.
It was definitely like glorified gambling at a certain point.
Okay.
And I think for me still being, like 16, 17, 18 years old, I work like a part-time job.
Yeah.
When half my paycheck is just going to
towards
the game. And it's just it was basically like soft launching a gambling addiction when I was a teenager. So,
Oh dear.
I mean, that's probably the closest or the thing that the game that made me experience negative emotions. But I've definitely been lucky that a lot of the games that I've played have been on the positive side. But definitely Neverwinter for the negative emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I would spend like $300, $400, $500 and be so excited that I'm getting a certain item, and then just have the gambler's despair where you've just lost everything after you spend
Yes.
your all your money and not getting what you want. It's like
Totally.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Siffy says For Honor. Yeah. Yeah, Siffy says for honor. Also, hi Siffy. Hi Bobby, by the way, too. Sorry I didn't say hi Bobby. I apologize for
Hey, Bobby.
missing that. I'm sorry. Oh my god, we have an ad.
Bobby.
Okay, cool. All right, Auntie, are you available to answer or are you tied up?
I am good. Okay, so the first one that came to mind was Stray. I was not prepared for the beginning of that game.
Yes.
And that emotionally scarred me.
Yes.
And I guess because we're gonna have to put spoiler alerts in this podcast, but
We are.
I was not satisfied with the ending either. So that was the first one that came to mind, but I feel like there's a couple. Recently, Fishing Planet has made me very emotional.
For various reasons.
But we won't go there here.
No,
I just
we're
wanted
not.
to say they've messed with my mental health the last few days.
Yeah.
But I think probably the worst one has got to be Don't Starve.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
I forgot about how ridiculous
Oh,
Don't Starve
Lord.
gets. I forgot.
Like when your sanity is going down, my actual sanity was going down.
I love it. Oh dear.
Yeah, Opal knows. The first couple times we played that, it was horrible.
Yeah, the two of us were raging really hard. I don't mean to interrupt, but we were
No,
raging.
it's all good.
Resident Evil
Yeah.
Village. All right, cool. Yeah, so did so I know you said Stray. So what part of Stray? You said the intro, was that the scene that really hit you the hardest?
Yeah, because when he gets separated from his litter mates.
Yeah.
And then I think just overall, the whole time I'm like, oh my god, we gotta get this kitty back to his little family.
Yeah.
And then it's a happy ending, but he doesn't get reunited with his family, and I was so upset. I'm like, why couldn't they give us that?
Give me the happy ending I wanted. Right. For sure. Cool. So yeah, I have some deeper follow-up questions. Are you guys prepared for a couple random questions just to the group, and you guys can chime in however you want to do
I
it?
just wanted to take a second, just because we're talking about shitty
Yeah.
endings of video games. Bro, Borderlands 3 crushed my soul, and it's the sole reason why I will never play another Borderlands game past
Aw.
Borderlands 3. I'm so sorry, but it was so corny. It was so cheesy. It was so bad. It was terrible.
I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. I know Falu was nodding his head yes. It was forced, Opal. That's why. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was a terrible ending.
Yeah. So before we ask a couple random questions, Kamara says, the game with the most negative emotions they had was Resident Evil Village because the main character chooses to die because he doesn't believe he should exist with the illness that he has. And then BioShock 2, Dragonfang says, just for terrible endings. Which I loved BioShock, but BioShock 1, would you kindly? Phenomenal, right? Just absolutely phenomenal. So it's
I never played BioShock, but the atmosphere in that game is absolutely legendary.
Yeah.
Nobody you can ask anybody and they know exactly what the atmosphere for BioShock 1 was all
Yeah.
about. You know what I mean? Horror, underwater city, terrifying atmosphere, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a great game. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm with Reaper on this one for sad endings to games. Final Fantasy X, there's a reason that my save file is right before you fight Sid. It's never gonna go past that. It'll never go. I have the Dark Aeons. I've done everything in the game. It'll never go past that final fight. It will never start. Never start. Right? All right, cool. Some random follow-up questions to everybody, right? And then Dragon also says, 2 tore her heart out, and Ark Survival for Bobby. He says the dinosaur game made him sad. Mass Effect Trilogy, the ending was 100% pointless. That's a side note. I don't even want to get started. My daughter's name is Tally. She's named after a Mass Effect character. I could go on for days on Mass Effect. But anyways, side note. Okay. Side questions. Have you ever felt grief over a fictional character? And if so, who was it and why?
Yeah. For me, we'll continue talking about Destiny 2. When Cade 6
Cade!
died.
I knew you were gonna say Cade!
Yeah.
for it.
I love Nathan Fillion. He had a masterclass voicing Cade 6,
Yes.
and he was very much what was breathing life into the Destiny story, or lack thereof, I
Yeah.
will say. So when his character Cade 6 died, it really affected me because it just felt like so much of what I loved about Destiny 2 was just gone. And it also just resonated with me because I believe around the time that his character passed, I think there was a loss of my family. I think it was my grandma. So it was just
It resonated.
it really did
Yeah,
resonate
yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else ever felt grief over a fictional character, and if so, who?
I'm trying to think of one.
I've
but,
got
like,
one.
The only joke
Yeah.
answer that I can think of is like when they removed Peter Dinklage from Destiny.
Oh yeah, when his
Oh.
ghost died and they replaced him with Nolan North. Yeah.
Bro,
Tight.
what a sad.
Yeah,
he
when
was so
Titus died.
expressive in his voice lines, bro.
Literally just paid to say lines. Yeah, that was bad.
The first time I played it, well, first off, Mass Effect, right? Like, if you played Mass Effect, I was lucky. I had an amazing ending to Mass Effect 2. But if you fucked up your playthrough of Mass Effect 2 and the people that died, your squad that you've been building up, that you've run with the whole time, if any of them died at the ending of Mass Effect 2, they weren't in Mass Effect 3. You didn't have them, right? So anyways, but like my biggest one is 100% has to relate to the first game I said, Final Fantasy VII. The first time I played it, and spoiler alert, Aerith dies. She dies at the end of disc 1. Right, after the Temple of the Ancients, and you go to, you know, try and get whatever, the materia, to save the world. Aerith dies. And the first time I played the game, I remember backing up my save file and going, what did I do wrong? Like, what did I do to get her to die? Like, she was such a phenomenal, sweet character. Like, how do I save her? Only to find out that you can't save her. The whole point is that she dies, and that is the story. And it just tore me apart a little bit emotionally that, like, I could not save her. And I unlocked her ultimate, which, by the way, makes your entire party invincible for like 3 or 4 turns. It's fucking OP. So I unlocked her ultimate, I'd done all these things, and then she dies. It's gone. All that worked, all that time. But anyways, yeah. All right, you guys ready for more? I'm gonna ask one more deep question because I'm curious. All right. Do you guys feel that games can impact people just as strongly as movies or books?
Oh yeah, for sure. Go
Bye,
play
Bobby.
Fallout New Vegas. Go
No.
play Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
Got it. Fallout New
I
Vegas.
swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that they would affect you more because, you know, in a lot of games, you drive the narrative and you're the one that's playing out what happens. You know, you're not just a bystander, you are actively involved. So I would say that it probably affects you more.
Yeah.
So in video games. So
Because you feel like you're in control a little bit, right? Like you affected it.
Yeah,
you affected the
you
story.
feel a part of it. Yeah.
We're not talking Baldur's Gate 3 here. Just saying. Kidding. Cool. All right. What game emotionally destroyed you guys? Like, emotionally destroyed you guys?
What was that? It was like a it was a viral game about Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki
Yes.
Doki. Yes.
Oh my
The
God.
Yes!
the very first time I played it, I was like, I remember one of my friends mentioning, because I'm a huge weeb, so I'm like, so they're like, oh yeah, there's this like really like awesome like weeby game, Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, why are you recommending me this? And he's just like, oh no, it's just great. Like, it's so lighthearted. It's so like,
Oh, dude,
you
you
know-
got rage baited. So
You
hard.
got
I got
baited.
rage baited way
Hard.
too hard, and
Hard.
I was maybe like 2 or 3 hours in, and then I got to the scene, the scene,
The
and
scene.
I just remember just being
Monica!
mortified.
Monica!
And
Yeah. Yeah. Nimbus literally says, oh my gosh, I shut my laptop and didn't touch it again for a week after Doki Doki. Yeah.
I was so confused when
Oh my
she
God.
became self-aware, and I was kind of freaked out. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is happening to my computer? And like, yeah.
Yeah. Nimbus also says papers, please. There's no happy ending.
Yeah, that game.
I like
looks
that game.
super fun.
Man. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Are you guys ready to hop into segment 3? All right. So this one is around soundtrack songs and just nostalgic memories around them. So what gaming soundtrack, Opal, instantly transports you emotionally?
Oh, bro. So, okay. So, yeah. I've already mentioned New Vegas, but like, bro, I know a lot of people can relate to this one where it's like there's a lot of stories where you're just chilling, you're young, you're on your couch playing New Vegas, you got the Pip-Boy going, and like your grandma or grandpa comes into the room and they're like, whoa, how are you listening to like Dean Martin or like Frank Sinatra or like any of like these dudes that are in the Pip-Boy, right? And
Yeah.
like that instantly sparks a bond right away with like your elders, you know what I mean? Like that's something for me that like anytime I hear the radio, it's like, oh bro, I'm back as a kid, I'm chilling with my grandparents again, you know what I mean? Like that's super
Yeah.
good vibe. Or another good one, I mean, the RuneScape soundtrack, hands down. Like I can't not talk about that. Like it's so nostalgic. Any of the soundtracks are just so light and jingly and awesome.
That's good. Yeah, Nimbus says Chrono Trigger. Dragon Fring says Mario. I agree with Chrono Trigger. That's a good one. Song prayers from Final Fantasy X from any temple. Yeah. Oh, the Yevon song, right? Or whatever it is. That's good from Final Fantasy X.
We also can't not talk about like the Skyrim soundtrack. That shit's. I literally have Oblivion soundtrack walking in Shaden Hall as my background noise right now.
It's literally the Skyrim soundtrack is just, I think everybody hits on that for the nostalgia and the chill factor, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever heard a game song like a million years later and just immediately felt the emotional pull from when you played the game?
Oh, yeah, actually, just recently when I started replaying Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and like, bro, like the intro themes and like some of the music in that game was just incredible, dude. And it's like I get chicken skin or goosebumps, whatever you want to call it. I'm like, bro, oh my god, I'm a teenager again, you know?
I love it.
I totally agree with Reaper on that. Brotherhood was the best Assassin's Creed.
Very cool. All right. Cool. Faloo, are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Let's go. What soundtrack immediately, instantly transports you emotionally?
Let's go, Destiny. Okay, so it's so for me, it has to be the Deep Stone Lullaby.
Yeah.
It was the soundtrack that it was either in the raid or I forgot what the name of the expansion, but for me it was just such a liminal experience listening to it. Of all the things that Destiny may not do well, they've always excelled at their audio and their OSTs, and I just found it to be a masterpiece. And Deep Stone Lullaby to me is a culmination of just a masterpiece musically, and for me it just transports me into like a mind frame of just like what is it, like existential existentialism, or
Yeah, like
almost.
out of body, like
Yeah,
higher
almost.
feeling, right?
Yeah, and it just makes me think of life, man.
Yeah.
If there's a song for me that encompasses just thinking about life, what was, what is, what will be, I think that song
That's
does it for
awesome.
me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I will ask you, is there a game menu music for you, Faloo, that permanently lives in your brain?
Game menu music.
Other than the
but-
Wii theme. Other than the Wii menu music.
It's not really like a menu music, but for me, it was C418's Danny, one of the Minecraft.
Yes. I actually think I have it
soundtracks.
in this playlist.
Yeah,
I
for
do.
me, it made me just instantly transport back to little me, trying to survive in a dirt hut. In
Zombies
the
coming
middle
at you.
with zombies and
Yeah.
just being alone in this world, and it just brought me back
I love
every
it.
single time I hear it. So
Yes, I will agree with Reaper. Reaper just said the Call of Duty Black Ops menu music. Yes. The first Black
Yeah.
Ops menu music hits, dude. It does hit. I will agree with that. Cool. Auntie, are you available to share or are you tied up?
Okay, so no one's gonna judge me. I'm not driving. But I really want to answer this.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to give a shout out to Borderlands 2 because I just love the music for that game. That's probably like my newer age one, I guess.
Okay.
But I think like just nostalgic is ATV Off-Road Fury 2.
Okay.
The soundtrack to that was just my high school life.
I love it.
And
I'm sorry for laughing, Auntie. It's just that you're driving and
And you can hear the turn
game about
signal.
I know.
I thought-
I'm like literally at my house now, and I'm like, of course, the timing of this. Like, I'm safe now. I'm off the road. So
Yay!
I thought
there
you were
was
gonna
literally
say
a
like
cop in
crazy
front of
town.
me.
Oh
I'm an
dear.
idiot.
I'm
It's okay.
We do not.
Yeah.
We do not condone this.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say like Crazy Taxi and make a joke.
Yeah, she's like Crazy Taxi, Simpsons. What is it? The Simpsons driving game on like was it PS1 where you're just like crashing into all the different people in the town of
Oh, that was a
Springfield.
good. I remember
Yeah.
that.
I used to
I
play.
also
Yeah, go ahead.
on PlayStation 1 was the Game of Life where it was like animated and
Yeah.
the kids would have
Yeah.
little mustaches.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that.
Not gonna lie, I used to go between Twisted Metal and the Springfield or the Simpsons game back and forth, and it was just such a weird
Oh my
transition.
God.
But it was
Simpsons movie game.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah, it
God,
was good
bro.
times. It was
Or
good
Hit and
times.
Run, or
Yeah. So for me, I guess a soundtrack for a game that really hits, like there's so many, but I think Twisted Metal Black was great, but I think the one that really I remember had an impact on me, not emotionally. So this will be a sidetrack, right? Because like immediately emotionally, it's gonna be Ocarina of Time, it's gonna be Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X, but realistically, the one that I had the most fun with and like introduced me into a different kind of environment was my sister used to let me play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 with her teenage friends. And when I was not a teenager and I was a dorky, nerdy, I just would hide and read Stephen King and Harry Potter books all the time at like age 10. And her teenage friends and her would be like smoking and drinking in the living room playing Tony Hawk. And they would let me play. And the soundtrack to the Tony Hawk games was fucking phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. And I was like, that's what got me into some of those genres of music when I was like 10 and I didn't know what I was doing, right? And my sister low-key had an altar to Kurt Cobain behind her door. So literally. So all I heard most of the time growing up, besides like what would be playing in the background of like Fleetwood Mac and CCR and stuff like that from the older generation I lived with, and then like alternative grunge where it was just Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Green Day for that early 90s stuff. But yeah, it really got me into that punky, excited, type of music, and it gave me a whole different feel about music. And that was Tony Hawk. It kind of like allowed me to get my feet wet into different genres of music just from the soundtrack, right? Like 96 Quite Bitter Beings was in there, and like that was my first introduction to like CKY and like stuff like that, and so it's pretty cool, But yeah. All right, cool. We've got just one more. Actually, we've got two more sections, so we'll go a little bit. We're at about an hour now, so I think we've got some good timing. Okay, so this one is going to be about memories that we're never gonna forget. So, Opal, what gaming memory is gonna stay with you forever?
I might need a minute on this one because I kind of already talked about it, so I need to think of another one.
Got it, got it. All right, Baloo, do you want to tag in or anybody else?
Yeah, sure. So for me,
We have
something
cat
that
cam,
I'm
Auntie. There's
Oh.
Auntie. There you go. Hey, welcome in, Auntie.
Hey, Auntie. So for me, I'm never gonna ever forget winning the anniversary cup on Fishing Planet on the Xbox Windows.
Yeah.
It may sound nerdy, but for me, it was just a culmination of just unhealthy amounts of hours of practice. And for me, it was also a culmination of a lot of help from other people that I know. And for me, it's just never something I'm gonna forget, and it's one of my most proud memories in all of gaming.
Yeah, for sure. Winning a turn, like people don't know. If you don't know about Fishing Planet, it's just a chill fishing game that is extraordinarily hyper competitive and makes people beat their head against a wall. But yeah, winning a tournament in Fishing Planet is a fucking huge accomplishment. It is something to be so proud of and so excited about, and that's awesome, dude. It's awesome. People don't realize how much work and time and effort goes into winning a tournament. They really don't. They have no clue.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So well done, dude. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. Anybody ready to go next? I have a different question too, if you'd like. I can give you a different one. So what online friendship or gaming moment impacted you the most? If the gaming memory that'll stay with you forever is a little bit too hard.
Oh, is this for me or Opal?
It's for everybody at this point, just to see who's ready to go. So like I like this one though, because like what online friendship or gaming moment impacted you the most?
For me, I think again, back to D2. For me, it was completing my first ever raid in Destiny 2 with
Yeah.
a group of my IRL friends. It was just
What's the name for Skype?
it was the first time I had ever done something like collaboratively, like that isn't just like a split screen or just with one other person.
Yeah.
With like a group of 5 other people, and we like accomplished something like actually
Yeah.
within the game. It was really cool because it wasn't easy. It took us like I want to say 6, 7, maybe 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, it tested our friendship in a lot of ways, like with problem solving.
Yeah.
And you know, trying not to be too mad at each other. You know.
I get that.
But yeah, that will forever stick in my memory.
For sure.
Yeah, the shit. What was it called? The one where you kill Oryx.
Yeah, the raid where you kill orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. My memory's terrible.
I'm really bad at Destiny raids. I would have to
It was so
Google
much
it.
fun.
I'd have to Google it.
Here.
But yeah, no, that whole Destiny expansion was great though. That one was awesome.
Yeah, the
I loved
Taken
it.
King.
Yeah, the Taken King was great. King's Fall. Nimbus says King's Fall. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, there's a lot. So yeah. Was there ever a gaming night that you wish you could relive? Like, and just have it start from the beginning and just go through it again from scratch?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There was a time when it was like me and all the homies playing Smash. We were all having a few drinks, and and like playing poker and stuff, and like just having a grand old time. Like it's hard to have memories like that the older you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that guy specifically is no longer with us, so like, you know, I
Yeah.
have to hold on to that memory. So
Yeah. I would say, yeah, I would say to echo that sentiment. Probably the last time I played Faz with my friend before he passed away. Like, we didn't know, right? We didn't know. But like, I remember, like, there was like, you can ask Boats in them too. The Boats in them were in the chat, and they were taking bets like, Rival's gonna die first. He always dies first. And he was like, I'm unkillable. And he's like in the corner of the ghost room, just like taunting the ghost the whole time, never leaves, just like going off on everybody, right? And like, it was so great. And those times were so fun. And like, it was just, it's like bittersweet, right? When you think about those moments. But like, I would replay that last game of Faz over and over and over again. Over and over again. I would put that shit on repeat, right? It was so good. But yeah, I think that's, you know, there's a lot of gaming memories that are gonna stay with people forever. I'm trying to remember the first. Oh, I have a good one. You guys want to hear a good funny one? Beating Zeus in God of War 3. Don't laugh. You're laughing. God of War 3. I remember because the first time you're fighting him, you don't realize there's like 3 fucking sections to the fight. So you're whooping his ass as Kratos, and you're like, and he's hard, dude. It's almost like fighting the Valkyries in the new one, right? Like, Zeus was hard, man. Yeah, he was fucking hard. So, like, I'm fighting Zeus, and I get to, like, the second go, and I'm like, okay, there's no way that it's, like, 3 fucking phases to this fight. So I put my controller down. There's a fucking cutscene. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker gets back up, but I had to go and I was dead by the time I got to my controller, so then I had to fucking do it again. Like, I was so bad, but finally beating Zeus in God of War 3, I, like, danced around my apartment. I cracked open a beer. I was celebrating in the kitchen. I was just like, it was great, dude. It was awesome. Like, yeah, God of War 3, man. God of War 3. Dude. Yeah. Anyways.
So you just unlocked a core memory for me.
Did I?
Beating the final Bowser on N64 Mario.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good one. First game memory that comes to mind is sending Mercer flying off the Falmer statue in Skyrim with unrelenting force. I love it. Yes. Yes. We've all taken someone to the top of High Hrothgar and shouted their asses to the fucking moon. We've all done it. We've all done it. None of you are innocent. Faloo over here drinking the team's Gatorade.
I know. That's what I was laughing at. I'm like, Jesus.
His jug is huge. Okay, we're not gonna say that.
Always
Yeah.
hydrated.
Always hydrated.
Okay. All right. Are you guys ready? We're gonna go into our final segment of the night here, which is games that helped us survive. And I think this is a good topic, right? So, what game helped you guys each through a difficult period? We'll start with Opal, and then we'll work our way around again. So, Opal, what do you got? What game helped you through a difficult period? RuneScape.
Bro.
Yeah.
RuneScape, as much as I say it's like a depressing, fucking isolating, like I've been playing it since I was like, I don't even know. Like, I literally, it's one of my first ever memories was like going to my mom's friend house, and he was like, here, you can play on my laptop, and he loaded up RuneScape for me. Didn't tell me what it was, but I remember like going into Varrock and dying to the Dark Wizards, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like just basic RuneScape memories. And so like, you know, I also, I don't know, just going on a fucking tangent. Good memories.
I mean, okay. Does the game, would it still make you feel like emotionally safe, or was it just that it got you through that hard period, right, of your life? Or do you still think it would make you feel that kind of comfort feeling when you go back to it if you did, or?
No, not really.
Yeah, it's completely different now.
I think it would be a really bad idea for me to go back to RuneScape these days because, again, I just don't have anyone to play with right now, and like,
Yeah.
that game is like, you're playing it 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Like
it's
Fishing
always
Planet?
up on yeah, it's like on the second monitor at all times. a game that you would play Fishing Planet and RuneScape at the same time, you know? Like, just one of those games.
Yeah, yeah. Reaper says RuneScape wanted to be Ultima Online so bad. Killing Astrid for her betrayal in Skyrim is so satisfying. Yeah, I do agree with that. And then Medina says, hi! Hi, Medina! Welcome in!
What up?
What up? Alright, so, Faloo, your turn. What game
All right.
helped you through a difficult time?
For me, I want to say it has to be Minecraft. The part about Minecraft that really helps me through any tough time in life is that no matter what's going on in my personal life, whether it be a breakup, a loss in the family, or just life being stressful in general, is I can just go to Minecraft and everything is a-okay. My house is there. I got my villagers to talk to. I got my Minecraft dog. So for me, it was a form of stability and security. For me, that if I ever felt was lacking in my life, I could turn to.
Yeah, I love it. So with that take then, how would you say that Minecraft has helped your mental health?
It's helped me immensely on multiple fronts. I mean, for me, I have ADHD. So for me, it helps me exist in a world where I don't really have a set objective. Obviously, some people, are very task oriented and they want to do everything as quickly as possible. But for me, the way I play Minecraft, it's a practice in just kind of doing what you want to do. So much in your life, you're always told to do something at a certain time. So for me, I found it very therapeutic to sort of spend the time and just do anything you want to do, which I find to be just amazing, just for sandbox games in general. But Minecraft really stuck with me. So
Yeah, for sure. Auntie, what about you? What game helped you get through a tough period in your life?
Oh, Minecraft is such a classic. Like, it's one that it's funny because like I won't play it for like years, and then I will play it hard for like months.
Come back
Yep.
to it.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the one that comes to mind is Animal Crossing.
I love it.
Because that was around the same time that like I was feeling very isolated and like I was relying a lot on like the social connection playing Fortnite with Opal and company. But in like the downtime from that, like I would sit and play a lot of Animal Crossing and like Flu said, like talking to the villagers. You feel that lonely.
Honestly,
and
That
honestly.
connection,
supportive.
right? That's great. I love it.
It's
Um,
good.
it's crazy how you can feel not alone while still being alone in some of those games like that, and it's wild, right? But it's awesome. So did you guys ever have online communities that made you feel less alone in your lives? Yeah, totally. Well, any communities in particular that really stood out to you guys?
Opal and company.
Aw, Opal and Squad.
Yeah.
I mean, without returning the favor and saying anti, I definitely want to say like Shrubs' community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shrubs has
That's a
done
good one.
amazing things for the community.
Yeah. I mean, like I keep saying, if it wasn't for Shrubs, I wouldn't be here. So,
Very true. I'd be remiss to not say the Lost Woods and Shrubs community. Aw, thank you, Dragonfang. Thank you. Yeah, we try. For me, a game that helped me through a difficult period, there's so many. There's a lot. I think when I had really bad postpartum depression after having my kid, like the new God of War game, because I was breastfeeding and I would have my daughter on the pillow breastfeeding and I'd be holding my controller fighting as Kratos, throwing my axe and shit the whole time. And it just kind of helped me get through and kind of put some emotions somewhere else. But there's so many games that have literally helped me through, right? Like Valheim was the first game I ever streamed. really on Twitch, and I keep talking to everybody about Valheim. Like even Opal today, I was talking to him about Valheim. But Valheim is kind of like Minecraft in that sense. Like you can sink yourself into it and just build and craft and go hunt, and you can have a whole farm of fucking wolves, and you take a whole pack of wolves out to kill all the trolls with you and shit, right? Like there's so many cool things you can do in Valheim. And I sunk so many hours into it with Meg and with my other friend group, and it helped me get through the depression of having been super depressed from postpartum depression with my second kid, deciding to leave my career of 17 years finally and walk away from the thing that was contributing to my mass depression and stuff like that. Like it helped me get through that big wally womp of a punch in my life. Just because I would come in and I'd be like, what do you guys need? You need wood? I'm gonna go get wood. What do you need? You need me to go kill deers? I'm gonna go fucking get deers. And then my friends surprised me. I logged in and Meg had made me my own fishing shack right next to the main base in Valheim. So I could just go stand on the corner and fish, right? And like, it was cool, man. It was really fucking cool. So yeah. All right. So what game is your guys' emotional safety net or safety blanket? Which game? Currently.
Not me opening up Steam.
Hey!
I mean, like
I'll say
Minecraft.
it was Fishing Planet, but I've been
Right?
sinking my teeth into into Russian fishing for, and I've been
Nice.
really enjoying it. So kind of
Very
my
cool.
safety game right now.
Yeah, mine was Fishing Planet as well, but ooh, we started playing Played Up again.
Yeah, you've been
that
playing
is
that. You've been
chaos.
playing that.
That was a good one.
I would say this is kind of a weird answer, but Subnautica 2.
There you go. Okay.
It's a not so safe safety game.
Yeah, not so
because
safe.
I love to be scared. But I love the ocean, so I've been having a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I would say probably for me, my emotional safety net game is always Phas. It'll always be Phasmophobia. And I know that sounds awful, right? Mater said the same thing. So Phasmophobia, because it was the first game that, like, I know Valheim was the first game that I streamed. Phasmo was the first game that I became successful at streaming, and I found a purpose, and I got good at a game. And I was like, when it first came out, there wasn't a whole lot of people in the Phas community, and we got to the point that we were so good. Like, we literally had everything memorized, like Demon, Freezing Temps, Ghost Writing, right? Like, we knew EMF 5. We knew every ghost evidence just by walking in. I bought a spin wheel on Amazon that was behind me on my stream, and I would spin it manually, and it would tell me no flashlights, no this, no that, and we would debuff ourselves before I made a spinner wheel online. Like, that's how we used to do it because we were so good at it. But like, Phas is the game that no matter what, I will always go back to. When I'm in a bad mood, I just want to go get murdered by fucking ghosts. Like, that's what I want to do. If I'm having a really depressy day, get murdered by ghosts. It works out my brain, and it's my comfort game. And I love it. I love it. I love every minute of it. So, yeah. Okay, I'll ask a couple deep questions, and then we'll kind of transition if you guys are okay with that. Is that okay? Cool. All right, so did a game ever trigger anxiety, loneliness, or a feeling of existentialism in you guys? And if so, what game?
Sorry, I totally missed the question because I was reading.
No, you're fine.
Stop it.
I know.
I was
Mater's
like,
news.
I don't want to be a bad podcaster, but I totally brain farted and missed it.
Okay, don't worry. I can repeat. So the question is, did a game ever trigger anxiety, loneliness, or existential feelings in you guys? And if so, which game? And how did it do it? Anxiety? Anybody at any game ever? Fishing Planet, chill fishing game?
Well, I mean,
mean-
there's too many to list off. If that's the
Yeah,
a lot
anyways.
of games make me anxious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yeah. Probably Subnautica. The original Subnautica when I first played it.
Yeah.
When I was drifting toward the Leviathan and shit, what was the name of the ship? I was drifting towards the main ship
Yeah.
and I just got manhandled by what is it called? A Reaper Leviathan, I think?
Yeah, Reaper Leviathan, the
Uh,
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Existentialism though.
Yeah,
and that's-
existentialism was the other part, Reaper, for that. It was,
it's-
yeah.
Sorry to
Existential
interrupt, but
feelings.
RuneScape for me. I hate
Yeah.
to bring up RuneScape again in
Yeah.
a negative light, but like for sure, again, the example with the magic trees. Like I remember just sitting there and just being like, "Bro, what am I doing with my life? I'm just
Yeah.
chopping trees,
Trees.
bro."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
If we're
it.
talking anxiety, any of the jump scare games, I can't remember who we were
Nier.
playing with, and I was hiding in the van in Repo, and someone's like, "Why are you here?" I can't remember who that was, but
I don't think it was me, but
at the first sign of danger, like, I'm gone.
yeah. For anxiety, loneliness, or existential feelings, like, to be honest, I had a good existential feeling, so I played, this is a very little known game that I highly recommend to everybody, especially if you love, like, D&D and stuff like that. This game is called Spiritfarer, and it's phenomenal. It can be a co-op game, but it's designed for a single player, but it's really cool if you do play co-op. One person could be your cat, and you could be the main person with the cat, right? And so what it is it's designed around a person in the afterlife, and she, the main character that you're playing as, is she was in real life a hospice nurse. And what you're doing as the Spiritfarer is you take over Karen. He's kind of like retiring, right? So Karen, the Spiritfarer, ferrying the souls to the afterlife. He's like, peace out, it's time to go, right? So you take over and you have to build the ship around you as you progress through the game to spirit to ferry these spirits to the afterlife. And each character that you encounter was actually a person involved in the hospice nurse's life. It was patients that she cared for in her facility that she was in. It's her cousin in real life, right? And it's all these different people that are tied to this hospice nurse's life. And each room that you build is unique and dynamic to that person. And you have to unlock their favorite meals and their favorite songs. And you have to get them to be comfortable and happy before they come to you and tell you that they're ready to move on. And then you can ferry them to the afterlife. It's so deep, it's so emotional, and it's just such a fucking good game. And it's like unheard of. And it's amazing. And like one of the characters that she works with is a guy who was on the spectrum and obsessed with D&D. So you're going through, and the way that the guy wants you to help him feel like he's ready to move on to the afterlife is you kind of have to like role play D&D with the guy, and you have to like do these quests with him, and it's like adorable and just beautiful. There's a lot of fishing in it. And it's an amazing, sweet, such a good game, but it gave me really good existential feelings because it was one of the first times that a game gave me a feeling of like, wow, you can really grasp something conceptually and portray it in a video game like this, right? That feeling of acceptance of death and mortality, and that feeling of her as the hospice nurse, having watched all these people in her life pass away, having felt that she was responsible in a way for their care in life, but now here she is being able to put them to rest in the afterlife as well. It was like her closure, right? The closure that she needed from her career in her life, and it was so fucking cool. Anyway, sorry, I'm done. Raft is irritating. Yes, fuck that shark. So the final question of the night, if you guys are ready, and this is for chat, this is for everybody. If you could thank one game for what it gave to you emotionally, overall, what game would it be and why? Take your time. I'm gonna drink coffee.
I mean, mine's easy. I mean, I've been talking about it all podcasts. Destiny 2. It just seems fitting, you know. I've met a countless amount of people, experienced countless amounts of memories. Um, yeah, it's just super sad to see it go.
Yeah. Opal or Auntie, you guys got a game that you would thank for what it gave to you emotionally in life?
Here,
I mean-
sorry. Go ahead.
No, you.
I was gonna say, hear me out, because it's gonna sound weird, but Fortnite.
Okay.
And I think I talked about that in our first podcast, but it was just the really low point in my life where I felt connected to people. And it was actually my 5-year-old, well, he was 5 at the time. My 5-year-old nephew is who got me into it. And like, it's just, I don't know, it just always brings back, like, he'll still randomly once in a while message me and be like, Auntie, come play Fortnite. And like, we get in there and like, we suck. He carries us hard. But
Yeah, I'm not
it
gonna
was
lie,
so,
even I get carried by this guy. It's
yeah. Like, oh, and then there was that time, remember we were playing, I was playing with Opal and crew, and we ran into my nephew and his dad, and they slaughtered us.
crazy. Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, but, and then I was thinking too, like, because, like, he always likes to play 1v1, and, like,
Oh.
I hate it, because, like, I can't do anything. His numbers are just going up. I'm just dying. And then it had been a few months, and then he's like, Auntie, can we play 1v1? I'm like, hey, fine. So we get on there, and I killed him, and he's like, Auntie, you've gotten better.
Let's
But
go.
like I said, like, it's a weird one, but it's just something that's always going to hold a piece in my life because of what the connection it brought me in that time.
I love it. Before we go to you, Opal, really quick for chat. So chat says, Dragonfang says Fishing Planet, obviously minus the current stuff, but like, yeah, Fishing Planet overall, right? And then, yeah, if not for Fishing Planet, I likely never would have found Shrub Stream, which in turn would have not led to me finding this community. That's fair. Right? Nimbus says Earthbound for making them laugh, cry, and hide under the blankets, and overall be grateful for life and the journey through it, which is a great answer. Cool. All right, Opal, are you ready? What game would you think?
Yeah, I gotta say New Vegas, dude. It is just such an elite game. Like, I mean, in terms of storylines, like, it's one of those games where you can either just completely fuck around and like just go around, blast everybody in the face and like get out some stress, or you can take the time and like sink your teeth into every single NPC storyline. And
Yeah.
like every NPC has a fucking story in that game, and it's like I can lose, like, I go on spurts where I start playing the game and like that's all I'm playing for months. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just one of those fantastic games where I can never put it down
You
because
just lose yourself in it.
yeah, and there's so many things that
Yeah.
happen, like I can't remember everything. So like, so a lot of the times it's like, oh yeah, shit, I remember this, you know, like
I love it. Absolutely love it.
yeah, I don't know, definitely 10 out of 10 recommend it for sure.
Yeah.
ODST as well, Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah.
But that's more of like a personal thing because like I was like going through the divorce at that time and like I didn't have internet, and so like it was the
was
first
rough,
time
yeah.
I ever played a Halo game on like Legendary by myself, and like I ended up beating it over a span of like a bunch of weekends. So I mean, definitely that's like a personally super good game for me. But
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah. I personally am probably going to get flack for this, but I would probably say World of Warcraft. And the reason is because World of Warcraft was the first game that I found my footing in a gaming community. And not only did I find my footing in a gaming community, but I became a leader in a gaming community for the first time. And that was, I'd been a leader in my job, right? I'd been a leader in a lot of my friend groups when I was younger, just inadvertently. And like when I was managing, you know, as at a Walmart, right? And then I'd come home and I'd get on World of Warcraft, and I was just like stepping from one side to the other, right? I would just slide into managing the guild on WoW. And like it made me have so much more confidence in gaming communities, right? And it taught me to take a loss, right? It taught me to accept that, dude, I kind of sucked in that raid right there. I'm really sorry, right? It taught me that like there's a certain amount of grace that you give to other players as a good member of an online community. And there's also that aspect of you need to always kind of have that humbleness to you in gaming communities, right? Because anybody who plays Fishing Planet 2, like Rodrunner, I know he went to bed, but he'd pop in here like, Linky, you need to not get cocky. And he would just yell at me all the time. He's like, you got cocky, that's why you lost your fish. Like, and he would go off on me. But like, you can't get cocky. And World of Warcraft really was the first community that I got my footing in. Like 100% got my footing in. And I made an impact on the server I was in. I made an impact in the guild I ran. I had a role to play and a group of people around me that relied on me and that I relied on. And it was just, it gave me so much confidence in my approach to people in online gaming. And it made me cry. It made me fall apart. It made me the most embarrassed I've ever been online in Fishing Planet, or not Fishing Planet, World of Warcraft, but you get it, right? Like it's a game that does that. And WoW can be super detrimental to people, but it can be amazing to people too. And yeah, WoW gave me a lot emotionally. It really did. Mater says Bloodborne. Because the one summer, him and his friend went through it, getting New Game Plus and getting to the eventual 1500 New Game Plus, and always coming across a new boss moveset. WoW is an addiction to me. Yeah, it's an addiction to a lot of people. It was to me for a long time. Like, I would not sleep. I would go to work on an hour of sleep because I'd stay up all night raiding, right? Or all day because I was a night manager. But cool. Well, anyways,
I just can't take this guy serious with his.
I know, with this giant jug of fucking water over there. Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you. So Sam Regal does that on Critical Role. I don't know if you've seen, but he has the giant flask. So they'll be sitting there and they'll be in like a super serious scene, and the DM Matt Mercer's over there like explaining the scene, and then Sam picks up this flask that's literally this big and is like drinking from the flask. It's hilarious. But anyways, shout out to Critical Role in D&D. Okay, cool. All right. It was a kid a camel bag, yeah. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys so much for tonight. I don't know who's streaming right now, so give us just a second while I pull up a second tab here. And we'll try and see who's live right now that we can go visit. I don't know if Reaper, anybody has seen anybody that's live right now that we can go hop over to. I'm trying to see. Oh God, what is that? What is happening? Okay, cool. Okay, right, that's not good. That's an old stream that I can't get out. Anyways, anybody see anybody we can raid? I would like to go support somebody. But I can't pull it up on my Twitch right now because I'm logged into the other Twitch. Yeah, I'm logged into the Lost Woods community, which doesn't have as many people followed as my actual OG Twitch. So.
Rich is live again.
Thanks, Shrub. Okay. Yes. Can you send a link to Immortal Rich really quick?
Yes.
So Immortal Rich is a new member to the Lost Woods community, but not a new friend. Rich has been a friend of mine for a long time. Rich is a shape-shifting VTuber. He's awesome. He's super funny. Totally chill Irish guy, great sense of humor. Just loves to play all sorts of games. So I don't really know what he's up to tonight, but he's an awesome dude. So yeah. There you are.
Fast.
He's playing fast?
Yeah.
Oh, even better. Let's go. Okay, hold on one second. Let's see. Let's see. Copy link. Open. Oops. Dude, I'm opening way too many things.
Also, do we need blanket update before we go?
Blanket update.
Blanket update.
Oh.
Blanket update.
Oh, is that a Tetris blanket?
It's called the Tunisian 10
Oh.
crochet thing.
Okay.
I don't know. You like work in a circle.
It looks.
It's fun. It's fun when you have like breaking colors like this. So
Yeah.
It looks very, very cool.
it's a Tetris blanket. Yeah. Actually, that makes sense.
Cool. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go raid Rich. I want to say thank you, Faloo, Auntie Opal. Thank you guys so much for being here for the podcast tonight. Thank you, everybody in chat. You guys have been wonderful as always. We will be doing our next podcast next Friday. One of these days, we are going to, when Opal and I buckle down and have a few minutes to work on a project, we will be doing a D&D based project as well. But we're not quite there yet.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't even started, just to be honest, but we're gonna get there. But anyways, we will be doing another podcast next Friday. We'll see you guys there. Let's go raid Rich, give him some love. And if you aren't aware, we do have our Discord that our group is based out of. right? So we'll just go do exclamation Discord. So if you're interested in joining the Lost Woods community, coming to a meeting, doing a movie night, just saying hi or chatting in general, or just hanging out with cool, chill people, go ahead and hop into that Discord, and we'll see you there. But yeah, let's go raid Rich. Give him some love. He's an awesome dude, and I will see you guys again later. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.